The last judgment will fall heavily on those who reject the Sabbath. There is a final judgment coming, not a symbolic one, not a warning, but a real and eternal reckoning where every soul will be weighed in the balance. And the Bible is clear. Those who reject God's commandments, especially the Sabbath, will face the full weight of God's justice. Why the Sabbath? Why does this one commandment stir such controversy? Because it is the only commandment that starts with remember, and yet it's the one most have forgotten or outright rejected. Exodus 20:8-11 declares, "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. The seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God." Not a suggestion, not a ceremonial law, a direct command from the Creator himself, written in stone by his own hand. But look around today. Churches teach Sunday as the Lord's Day. Christians gather on the first day of the week, not the seventh. So again we ask, who gave permission to change God's holy day? It wasn't Jesus. He kept the Sabbath, Luke 4:16. It wasn't the apostles. They honored the Sabbath long after the resurrection, Acts 13:42-44, Acts 17:2. It wasn't the Bible. There is not a single verse commanding the change from Saturday to Sunday. The truth is shocking, yet undeniable. In AD 321, Emperor Constantine, a former sun worshipper, passed the first Sunday law, and the Roman Catholic Church later adopted Sunday as the official day of worship, not based on scripture, but based on their own authority. And they admit it proudly. Of course, the Catholic Church claims that the change was her act, and the act is a mark of her ecclesiastical authority in religious things. The Catholic Mirror, December 23, 1893. Sunday is our mark of authority. The Church is above the Bible, and this transference of Sabbath observance is proof of that fact. Catholic Record, September 1, 1923. Let that sink in. The Church says it is above the Bible and claims its ability to change the Sabbath is proof. But the Bible says in Isaiah 24:5-6, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth." The Sabbath is God's holy ordinance. To change it is to challenge his authority. And in the last judgment, that choice will matter more than anything else. Revelation 14:7 commands us to fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea. That's direct Sabbath language. It mirrors the fourth commandment. And Revelation 14:12 describes God's end-time people as those that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. Not 9 commandments, all 10. The last judgment will not favor those who knew the Sabbath truth and rejected it. It will not spare those who chose tradition over truth. It will fall heavily on those who knowingly disobeyed God's law. This is not about legalism, it's about loyalty. The Sabbath is not just a day, it is a sign between God and his people, Ezekiel 20:20. It is his seal. So here's the challenge. If you believe Sunday is the Lord's day, find one Bible verse, just one, that says God changed the Sabbath. Not a verse about resurrection, not a verse about a meeting, a clear command. You will find none. The evidence is before you. The choice is now yours. Obey God's law or stand judged for rejecting it. Disprove these facts, if you can.